Some private shout-outs.
Zu unserem nächsten Talk, oder
in the next talk, the next talk will be about access to bodies. Bodies are political. There are lots of demands to Congress to strive for more diversity, and this talk, I guess, is one of those talks, one of those calls. We have a translation into English.
The correct URL is streaming.c3lingo.org.
Yeah.
And
Nadia will talk about why body enhancement isn't just to improve the body, but also possibly fun. Have fun with that.
Ja, hallo.
Hi. And you're listening to the translation of this talk, and you're listening to Sebalis and
Philipp.
Okay. And I am Nadia, says the speaker, and the talk is Access to Bodies, a post-human guideline for technological and physical applications. I'm going to talk to you about various insights and views on the body and accesses that should take a few minutes, and then there'll be lots of examples about my work. I will not try to follow a stringent logical narrative, and there will be inserts on the way from the €1 jewelry project. Not quite. It's about where is that cost €1 being affixed to a body. I am an artist, and I studied jewelry, which is an artistic medium too. There are 2 places in Germany where you can study that, in Halle, Halle-Saale, close to Leipzig, and in Munich. And I've always asked myself, well, jewelry, what does that actually mean? There is a theory that clothing only came after jewelry, or to provide place to affix it to. And ultimately, jewelry as a description of the body. We wear rings because we have fingers, we're wearing bracelets, we have wearing chains because we have a neck. And the question then is, what actually is the body? And the body is a situation that keeps changing and depends on social and social constructs, and of course technology as well changes the body and extends it and is invasive. And the body in the digital world, of course, that's where we spend a lot of time these days. In the digital world, the body more or less dissolves. We don't really need the body there, but there still is that idea of the body. It lives on in that space. We have avatars, and without the body we cannot think. But this dissolution of the body feeds back into our analog consciousness and changes our relationship to the body. This picture is a Chanel fashion show where the spring and summer trends 2017 were presented, and these, of course, are then shown in the year 2016. This took place in Paris. And this is the catwalk. You see the servers in the background and the models in the foreground that still wear the same kind of Chanel fashion, which they have done for 50 years. But the models look very different. Or perhaps they are androids. So this is about the human that is subjected to design and changed. Chain, copy, JPEG. €1 jewelry ring. And well, you know all these classic life vlogging pictures where technology is worn very close to the body and becomes a piece of jewelry to record the entire life, more or less. These days you all have smartphones and keep posting on Facebook or Instagram and documenting our life or logging it. And about all these occupations, I came across Cyborgs Association, a Berlin association that deals critically with that cyborg topic or deals with it. We are different protagonists, theorists, intellectuals, software engineers, and I have an artistic position in that field. And that is, for example, also about medical applications, using open software, giving access to the body. If, for example, you wear an implant, you keep having to go to the hospital, and the software has to be updated, but you yourself do not have that access, or open Bluetooth interfaces in the body. So that kind of, that cyborg idea, of course, is nothing new. Pacemakers have been around since the 50s or 60s, in the 1950s or 60s, and pills, well, you know, ibuprofen is a very popular painkiller. So I guess it was 5 years ago that I was in Leipzig at the trade fair. The largest orthopedics trade fair in the world takes place in Leipzig, and there's this huge parkour by Otto Bock where all these prosthetics are displayed, and there's this pool where every half hour someone goes in and shows that their prosthetics are waterproof, and that is an almost zoo-like situation where everyone's taking pictures. The classical cyborg idea, you have prosthetics and replace parts of the body and try to improve it that way. €1 jewelry bracelet. Now these are examples from the beauty industry, which of course also works with innovation and technology a lot. They have the newest technology all the time. Stem cells, advanced technology, DNA, retinal, infrared technology. You surely know pictures like this as well. This is beauty technology advertisements for a face cream, and you don't quite know, is this a VR advertisement or what is it? So you need technology to increase your stance, improve your stance, and technology is being used to communicate the purity of nature, come back to that original position. This is Robocop, which of course, which I'm sure you all know, and the top of the cyborgs, I suppose. And this woman is getting herself, putting on some sun lotion, and as soon as the sun lotion leaves this whitish kind of veil, that is a Titan prism filter that covers the skin. So what I'm getting at, this suits that the Robocop wears has been around for a long time, just in a different form and almost transparent that you don't see it. €1 jewelry neck chain or whatever, and this is the lipstick from the 50s, the beauty product for the woman at the time. Since the 50s, the 1950s, everyone had to have lipstick. And the Revlon brothers then invented nail varnish as well. And the history of nail varnish, of course, goes back much longer, but the kind of nail varnish we know these days comes from the automobile industry. And the Revlon brothers then thought, oh, that's cool, you could actually apply this to fingernails as well. And that created a whole industry. The Revlon brothers then were the first in the 1950s that brought as lipstick became ready for the market, they were the first to match lipstick to nail varnish in terms of color. And of course, this has huge economic importance too. Even in times of war, prices for lipstick remain stable and it keeps getting bought as well. So what am I getting at? Actually, these both are technologies. We have here the technology and beauty technology. At the end, they are not really much different. You see the guy that lost his fingertip and has built a USB stick to replace it. That was a few years ago, and that stick only has about 2 gigabytes capacity. And then there is this fashion blogger who applied 53 coats of polish, which of course is some kind of body enhancement as well. And anyway, these long nails, you know, if you sit in the subway perhaps and you see people with these hugely long fingernails operating their telephone, and their moves are very different to the ones that you would make. And that, of course, is the typical. This changes the way you have to deal with your devices. This is cosmetics made just for the media. It's a foundation that you can wear if you're getting photographed. It's a transparent foundation of the next generation, developed particularly to make the facial skin more photogenic in the camera, because every impurities are blurred. In my opinion, the new lipstick is actually the Snapchat filter that really deforms your face and deconstructs it. The new makeup for the digital self is much cheaper, it's more speculative. €1 jewelry brooch. And here, a short detour into plastic surgery or accident surgery, which came about when the first guns were produced and the first gunshot wounds came about in war, and faces had to be reconstructed. That's what emergency or accident surgery came about, which then turned into plastic surgery, which is about body modifications that are not always medically required. This is Martina Bick, who documented it very well. She has changed her skin to that of a black woman completely, which is not so well seen documented in these pictures. But there is this transracial theme as well. And then, of course, there are products like this, where colored people use creams to lighten, to bleach their skin and become lighter and approach a Western white image. And that too, Skin Fair Intensive Activator Fairness Cream, €1 jewelry brooch. Exactly. So how can you use technology? Do you have to be a software developer if you want to know computers? So I'm now coming towards my own work, and I'll show you a few alternative body images or make them accessible to you. And do computers actually like pink? Router Pop modem Ethernet cable 2016, €1 jewelry brooch. And this is a work from 2014. You know from YouTube, when you have to wait for a video, you know, these loading images, and I made that into a pearl necklace. It's an animated GIF that everyone can have, but the question then is, how do you deal with that? How can you wear it? There's this discrepancy between the digital and your own body, and that is, of course, a very interesting discrepancy. It doesn't have to be resolved, but it somehow has to be felt or reflected. €1 jewelry necklace. Nadia's Magnetic Nail Art Studio. This is something I did 2 years ago, showed at Congress in Hamburg at the time. That's where it premiered, actually. And surely you know this. There are many people that implant RFID chips into their hands, or small magnets, neodyne magnets, and you can then feel electromagnetic waves. And I then thought, well, why couldn't you do that on the fingernail? That must be much cooler. It's removable too and looks good. and you can do all kinds of tricks with it. And I was sitting there for 3 days and applied neodymium methods to people's fingernails.
In einem richtig portablen Nail Studio.
In a portable nail studio.
Wer,
this is a fun fact.
Kennt, ist der Begründer von, oder
I don't know if you know this guy.
Processing von der Sprache.
It's the founder of the progressing language. I have done his fingernails as well.
Genau, man kann halt ganz viele tolle Sachen.
Well, you can do a lot of nice things with.
Kleine Bits hochheben.
You can.
Rundgucken, Tricks.
Move these little bits.
Bonjour Jewelry Brosche.
Bonjour.
Ja, und dann habe ich immer so Leuten davon erzählt,
I told people about this, that I do these fingernails. Then they have a lot of many ideas. Then I started with this Nadja's nail art recipe. And I invite different artists, what you can do on, put on the fingernails.
Die müssen ja nicht nur lang und bunt sein, sondern man kann
they don't have to be long and colorful, but you can do a lot of more. When you look here, it's coming to Total Recall nails. Have we produced? This is a scene of the where the secretary tips on the fingers and changes the color. And on the Science Hack Day in 2016, we have tried it, and it was important that we do that without LEDs. And you know this paper from the chemistry classes where acid changes is red and the base changes blue.
The movie is Total Recall. It's a sci-fi movie where a secretary has really cool nail art. All she has to do is touch a little stylus to a color field and then tap her fingernails and the color changes, just like this. This is the future of nail art science. And because
es muss noch zurückgehen.
Well, it has to go back.
We have made a special feature called the recall, where we can recall the previous color of nails.
Und wir haben auch an diesem Projekt nebenbei noch die Piss Nails
we have also produced Piss Nails in this project, and I also show you a little video.
So with this nail, you can test your pee. Because it's a piss nail. So. Okay. Shit, ja. Es ist super boring. Es passiert halt nichts.
Doesn't happen anything.
Acidhaltig ist.
Because urine is slightly acid.
Weil es total schwer basischen Urin
and that's really difficult to produce urine that is based.
€1 Jewelry.
€1 Jewelry bracelet.
Mit Aram Bartol haben wir an den Post-Snowden Nails gearbeitet. Also das sind halt so diese
with Aram Bartol haben wir diese Post. We have this produced this Post Snowden nails.
Englischsprachige Wikipedia drauf.
And this is the whole Wikipedia in the English language.
Deadwops von Aram Bartol drauf, und auf dem Mittelfinger haben wir
and on the middle finger is
von 6666 Computerviren drauf.
Is a collection of 666 computer viruses, and on the index finger is the online library, and on the thumb is the whole Linux Kali system to boot.
kleine Adapter entwickelt.
He also produced the small adapters of
damit man das
USB
dann halt in den Computer
adapters
stecken kann.
so that you can put it into a
Und
computer.
Hier,
And here,
das Kali-System.
and here we
direkt
boot
vom
the Kali
Fingernagel.
system from the fingernail.
€1 Jewelry Brosche.
€1 jewelry brooch.
Mit Jana Bartel haben wir an den Grill Snails.
With Jana Bartel, we produced grill
Auch
snails.
einfach das Video, dann muss
And I
ich gar
simply
nicht
show
so
you
viel
the videos and I don't
dazu
have to
sagen.
explain a
Ich
lot.
benutze immer YouTube, ist so,
And I use
finde ich total gut, so Videos im
And I use YouTube.
Format zu machen.
I really like
Das ist so mein
to make the
Medium.
videos in the
Das
YouTube
ist
format.
das offizielle Video.
And this is the official video.
Hi, herzlich willkommen.
Hi,
bei Nadjas
welcome to
Nail-Residenz.
Nadja's
Ich bin
nail
Nadja
residence.
Und wir arbeiten heute mit der
We work
Künstlerin Jana
today
Bartel
with the
an
artist
Grill Snails.
Jana on this piss nails.
Hey! Hallo! Jana, schön dich zu sehen.
Ja,
Cool. Are you ready?
ja.
Nice to see you. Are you ready?
Cool.
Cool.
Tear mama, dipped in Gabbana. Justify my love, I'm the little prima donna. Formerly cassettes who came from Spanish Harlem, rose from concrete that was looking like Nirvana. Gucci feet, breaking bread with my people. My bitches is Dolce, my niggas got the illest stilo. From tequila, cocaine, I got you feel brain free. 7-Eleven, so call my nigga Tito. I bring order, stance is militant. Niggas take offense cause I'm bold and killing it. Niggas cut the checks and the money look correct. If the invitation sweet, then I'm fucking with the rest. I'm done with bum niggas, it's no disrespect. If you living with your moms, I might have to say next. Simple, I don't like simple. Guns is high, and I'm gunning for your temple. You on your feet, and I'm flying continental. Pounds is more than $1 and a peso. Don't fuck with bum niggas, papa, that's a no-no. If your money slow, the nigga, you better go. This is a no-bum zone. If you looking weak, then you better go.
Wir haben gerade den Saalton auf den Kopfhörern verloren.
Wow, Grill Snails aus echtem Gold.
Nails from real gold.
Ja, es war eigentlich so eine fixe Idee. Diese Grills, die es gibt, die man sich auf die Zähne stecken kann.
Der Saalton war ganz kurz wieder da und ist wieder
Für
weg.
die Fingernägel nachzubauen. Und zwar so, dass die dann hinterher zu einem Stück werden. Also und eigentlich auch so eine Mischung aus Schlagring und
Hallo, wir haben keinen Saalton mehr auf den Kopfhörern in der Übersetzung.
was Fingernägel ja eh auch irgendwie sind. Also sind ja auch sowieso auch ein bisschen Waffen, also Krallen. Und
So you have these
halt vor allem auch
claws
so eine,
and
so eine weibliche Antwort
we
auf
have the
die
female response to grills.
Und sind sie praktisch?
And are they practical?
Sehr praktisch.
Well, yeah, mega practical. Sorry, by the way, we had a loss of sound for a moment, so
Ja,
I
praktisch
didn't
ist ja vor
catch
allem, dass man
everything.
sie auch abnehmen kann.
And the other nice thing is that they are detachable, and
Vielerlei.
there's many
Also
ways.
Nagelschmuck ist sehr schwierig, dass man das in die ganze Zeit haben muss.
There's a problem with many kinds of nail decorations that you cannot take them off if you want to use a tool, like a drill or something that you might break.
Ist das jetzt kein
And now
Problem
with those
mehr.
grill snails, that is no longer a problem. Yeah, exactly. Cool.
€1 Jewelry
€1
Halskette.
jewelry necklace.
Das ist der Art Nail.
Now this
also
is the
Nail
art
for your
nail,
wall.
nail art for your
Kann man halt
wall.
Nail Art ausstellen.
You can exhibit nail art
€1
this way.
jewelry
€1
brooch.
jewelry brooch. This is the SBBOD, Spinning Beach Boy of Death for individuals. Now, this is an exclusive chain for individuals. It's made out of silicon in the year of the god. It's a circle that strives to unite the inner contradictions, and whose circumference is variable but limited. You, of course, I guess you all know what the Spinning Beach Boy of Death also is. It's a pointer in Apple's Mac OS X. Whenever an application does not respond anymore, that's what you get. So that's the beach ball of death, of course. And this is a chain that many people can wear. It's an exhibition from Leipzig 2015 in
die darf man nicht alleine tragen.
This is a chain that you must not wear on your own. One Euro jewelry bracelet.
Das ist die
This is the Wi-Fi chain, an animated GIF from cardboard and string.
One Euro
jewelry bracelet.
Die GPU cooling
now
nails.
the GPU cooling nails.
One Euro
jewelry brooch.
Fingerring, den habt ihr vielleicht auch schon mal.
Fingering, which perhaps you have seen before.
Der ging Anfang des Jahres irgendwie
went
im
live,
Internet, ging der so
went viral earlier this year, and there's a replica of my left.
Und das ist halt sozusagen ein
what's this? The pinky?
Ein Ring,
it's
der halt einen Finger
a ring that is wearing a finger,
auch Aliens tragen,
so that aliens can wear it too, and robots can wear the human-like accessoire to feel a little bit human, and humans can have the sixth finger.
Es geht natürlich auch in dieser Arbeit um den
this, of course, is about the question, why don't we have the sixth finger? Many people did have one earlier in their lives. I think this is polydactyly, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly, but mostly at kindergarten age this is getting removed because it doesn't give you, it doesn't work well with the others, and there are no six-finger gloves either. Opening and closing the door. Closing the door with a sixth finger. Switching the light on and off with a sixth finger. Using a smartphone with a sixth finger.
Ich habe sogar auf Google
and
auf
I
Platz
even made it
geschafft, wenn man Finger
to
googelt.
position 17 on Google when you're searching for finger.
One Euro
jewelry necklace.
Und natürlich ist
And
parallel
of course,
auch noch Yes, it's a
parallel
real
to this,
earring entstanden.
there's
Also
Yes, it's a
sozusagen,
real earring
eine Prothese,
that was
die halt
created, a
irgendwie
real
auch keine
prosthetic that
Prothese in dem Sinne ist
isn't
und,
a prosthetic in
zur
the usual
Erweiterung,
sense. It's an
also
extension,
Schmuck als Erweiterung,
jewelry
als
as an
Prothese
extension
sozusagen.
and a prosthetic,
Kommt in
and
ganz vielen verschiedenen
that comes in all kinds of
Skin-Color-Tones.
skin color tones.
Und das
And
rechte Ohr ist
the
ein
right
Female
ear
hier
is a
und das
female
linke
one,
Ohr
and
ist
the
ein männliches
left
Ohr,
ear
also
is
von
male,
zwei
of a male. So
Probanden
two
abgenommen. Und es gibt eine Frau in Kalifornien,
and there is a woman in
die hat ein Ohr
California
von mir
that
gekauft und die
bought
hat
an
das
ear
jetzt
from me,
auf ihrer
and
Driver-License ist sie sozusagen mit 3
on her
Ohren
driver's
drauf.
license she is wearing 3 ears now.
Aber es finden halt
And
nicht so viele
not
Leute
many
so cool.
perhaps
Und,
think
und
this
es gab
so
halt
cool,
total viele
and there
Kommentare
were
unter diesen
many,
ganzen
many
Artikeln.
comments under these articles that
Genau, ich habe aus Silikon
said
einen
I
Kunstpenis anfertigen lassen.
made
Diesen lasse ich
an
jeweils in der
artistic penis from
Originalgröße aus der Hose
silicone,
hängen.
and
Kommt
I'm
leider bei einigen
leaving it
Leuten nicht so
hanging
gut an.
out of my trousers in original size, but not many people like it,
Naja,
is
könnt
one
ihr
comment.
selber lesen.
Yeah, you can read it
Ja,
yourself.
das ist kein Schmuck, sondern
So
etwas
this is
für
no
Halloween.
jewelry, but
Wenn
something
die
for
Frau das als Schmuck
Halloween. If
empfindet,
the
würde ich
woman
jetzt
regards
dringend
this
raten,
as
ärztliche
jewelry,
Hilfe
I
zu
would
suchen. Also ich muss sagen,
urgently
ich fand das
ask her to
total
seek
interessant,
medical
weil das
help.
ging halt so
It's very
viral
interesting.
und dann wusste ich,
It went
okay,
viral,
irgendwie
and I
gibt's halt
then
hier
knew,
so, habe ich so
okay,
einen Punkt gestoßen.
I
Das
kind
war
of
mir
hit
eigentlich gar nicht so
a sore
klar,
point
aber
there,
irgendwie,
perhaps. That wasn't that clear to me earlier.
ja, das ist
And
mein
this
Lieblingskommentar ist ja
is
das
my
hier.
favorite comment is
People are
this,
worried
and
about
people
Donald
are worried
Trump
about
when
Donald
this shit
Trump
is
when
going
this
on.
shit is going on.
Okay, one
Euro jewelry brooch.
Also,
Now this,
vielleicht noch mal kurz, ich meine das
just
auch alles
briefly,
ernst.
I actually am
Und,
serious about all this.
Eigentlich geht es mir ein bisschen
And
darum,
actually
sozusagen
this is
die
about
männliche Idee des Cyborgs und der
taking that
Aufrüstung durch
male idea of the cyborg
zu
and
brechen und
the
zu dekonstruieren.
arms,
Und
the
ich hoffe,
technological
ihr
arms
hattet Spaß.
race, and to deconstruct that, and I hope you've had some fun with that. Thank you.